And today I landed on her reading number 15, which is titled Not Causing Harm. So we'll read this and then move into a mindfulness practice and then go into our meditation. Learning to not cause harm to ourselves or others is a basic Buddhist teaching. Non-aggression has the power to heal. Not harming ourselves or others is the basis of an enlightened society. This is how there could be a sane world. It starts with sane citizens, and that is us, believe it or not. The most fundamental aggression to ourselves, the most fundamental harm we can do to ourselves is to remain ignorant by not having the courage and the respect to look at ourselves honestly and gently. And just as an aside, I always think it's important that we add in the gently part because I know for me and maybe for many of you too, the honesty, if we're not careful, can sometimes just like inch over into critical. So that I think the gentleness helps keep the honesty, more truly honest, so that we are being gentle with ourselves when we're being honest. The ground of not causing harm is mindfulness, a sense of clear seeing with respect and compassion for what it is we see. This is what basic practice shows us. It helps us relate with all the details of our lives. It helps us see and hear and smell without closing our eyes or our ears or our noses. It's a lifetime's journey to relate honestly to the immediacy of our experience and to respect ourselves enough not to judge it, just observing, not judging. As we become more wholehearted in this journey of gentle honesty, it comes as a shock to realize how much we've blinded ourselves to some of the ways in which we cause harm. It's painful to face how we harm others. It takes a while. It's a journey that happens because of our commitment to gentleness and honesty, our commitment to staying awake, to being mindful. Because of mindfulness, we see our desires and our aggression, our jealousy and our ignorance. We don't act on them, we just see them. Without mindfulness, we don't see them and they proliferate. So today our practice is really going to be about just kind of feeling and noticing ourselves as we sit in our meditation for a while. But to get us started, I want to come back to our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 practice just to kind of help us all land in this moment. And so you can go ahead and get yourself in your meditation posture, in your seat or however you choose to be today. But if you tend to close your eyes immediately, just keep them open for now. And so this is a great practice anytime you're feeling anxious and just need something to help you stop and get present. So we start with the number 5, and we start by seeing 5 things, just pausing with each one, giving it a label in your head. So notice 5 things, really look at it, spend time with them. And then when you're complete with the 5 things that you can see, we'll move on to 4 things that you can touch. So just things around you. There are probably so many different textures that maybe we don't notice on a day-to-day basis. So really reach out, feel your 4 things, notice the quality of them. It can even be your own hair, your skin. And when your 4 things are complete, we're going to move on to 3 things that you can hear. And so this is when, if you prefer to close your eyes, you could. So 3 things that you can hear, and just taking some time to be with each one, possibly giving it a name or a label in your head. And then when you're done with your 3 things, move on to 2 things that you can smell. You may need to bring something to your nose, and maybe there is a kind of ambient smell in your space, or you smell your clothes. But again, be with each smell, give it a label. And then finally, one thing that you can taste. If you've got a drink around you, you could open your eyes and take a sip. It could just be the taste that's already in your mouth. Just be present to it. And if there are any adjustments that you need to make as we move into our meditation, go ahead and make those. Just give yourself a second to settle. Start this morning by bringing awareness to any physical sensations in your body. It could just be the sense of touch or pressure that you get from being seated wherever you are. Notice all the places where your body makes contact with another surface. And then bring your attention to the rising and falling of your belly and your chest as you breathe. Just be present to the rhythm of your breath. No need to control your breathing at all this morning. It's almost as if we're watching ourselves breathe. You can imagine that you are kind of up above yourself looking down, just watching your body move as the breath just happens on its own. And as you observe yourself, remember to do it with that gentle honesty, gentle acceptance of whatever your experience is this morning. And as you sit and breathe, just remember that there's nothing to be fixed about how you are or what you're doing right now. Needing to fix your experience is a form of judging yourself and judging what you're experiencing. Right now, I just want to focus on that gentle honesty, just watching ourselves as we are with compassion. And when things come up, whether it's a sensation in your body or a thought, just acknowledge them. See if you can make room for them to be part of your experience instead of needing them to go away or push them away. And as I sit here this morning, part of my experience is that my stomach is growling. Instead of thinking of all the ways I could fix it or being frustrated by it, my work is just to sit and make the growling stomach part of my meditation this morning. So, what can you bring into your experience and embrace? Just stay anchored to your breath. How welcoming can you be? Can you even make room for discomfort as it arises, whether it's physical discomfort or emotional or mental discomfort? Is there enough space for all of it? And just be mindful if you've slipped into judgment or thinking or planning. And just gently, honestly acknowledge that that's happened. And bring yourself back to just noticing the rhythm of your breath. It was always there, always happening. It's just a matter of bringing yourself back to being present to it. Let all the other things fall away. And when you do find yourself kind of wandering off into thinking or feeling or whatever it is that draws you away, it can be helpful to label what's happened, just like we did in our mindfulness practice. Just simply say, oh, I'm thinking or I'm planning. Being honest with ourselves, but still gentle, still compassionate. And coming back to breath. Allow everything around you to be part of your experience. So if there are sounds happening in your space, or smells, just make room for them. There's no need to push anything away or wish it weren't there. Just let it be. And each time you catch your mind wandering, and you choose to gently bring yourself back, just think of it as an opportunity to strengthen your mindfulness. It's not a failure. Just keep coming back to this moment. Stay with your breath for a couple more minutes. You'll hear the chime of the singing bowl to bring you out. Just start to come out of your meditation slowly. Start moving your body in little ways. Move up to bigger stretches if that feels good. Then if you'd like to open your eyes and rejoin us this morning, you may.